Okay. So, good morning everyone. I'm Joipol sa Sabanto. I'm AB English Language 2A student and I'm one of the members of Group 4 and we're going to discuss or talk about the Lesson 6, which is the basic rules of volleyball. So, since we are done in the history and development, the values and benefits and then the equipments and facilities of the volleyball that are discussed already by the previous group. So let's move forward to the basic rules of the volleyball. As we all know, in playing games, it should have a rules on how you will going to play the games and to make it more fun and more challenging. So allow me to share to you the responsibility or the part of each members of the game. So this it is consists of 6 players. Okay, it is consists of 6 players, and each of one responsible for covering the playing floor in his area of the court. So the 6 players are designated in front zone. We have left forward, center forward, and then right forward. And then in the back zone, we have right back, center back, and left back. So players cover the front zone. So this 1, 2, the middle blocker, the outside hitter, and then the opposite. So they're going to cover the half of the court, and then the other 3 players will cover the back area. So the seater, the outsider, the libero, they're designated in the back zone. And for the match, a team may consist of up to 12 players plus a coaching staff and the medical staff. So we all know that they are consist of 12 players. So, and players' jersey must be numbered from 1 to 20. So, as we can see, those players or those volleyball players, their jersey have a number at the back, and then together with their surname. So, and both of the team captain and the coach are responsible for the conduct and discipline of their team members. So it is important that the team captain or the coach will discipline their members or to guide the members and to act like a disciplined player, so that we are going to avoid toxic play or toxic during the game. So it should have it is very important that the players are disciplined. Okay, and then the liberos cannot be either team or game captain, since the liberos responsibility is to is to give a great defense on the court. So this take note for this, that liberos cannot be either team or a game captain.
Good day everyone, my name is Taba and I am going to discuss the playing position on court. First, prior to serve, each player must be in his relative court position. For example, we have the set A and set B. Kung nabilong ka sa set A, then diha lang ka pwede mag-serve sa imuhang ball. Same with the set B. Second, after the ball is served, the players can switch to any position on their side of the court. So, ang best example for this is the libero and the setter. After the ball is served, pwede na mag-switch of positions ang duha ka players or the players of the particular team. The only restriction after a switch is that a back lineman. So the third one is opposite from the second playing position on court. Kaya kung sa second, pwede mag-switch, the opposite ang sa third one. Restricted ang back lineman ani. So, a player can leave the playing area to retrieve a ball provided he does not step over the center line or an extension of the center line when he plays the ball. So, the best example for this is relying to the report of Miss Sabanto. Kung ang back lineman is 5, 6, and 1, ang 5, pwede siya mag-retrieve og ball nga mopadulong kay 1 and vice versa. So, next, substitutions can be made anytime that the ball is dead. So, pag serve sa ball, if na dead ang ball or na away, something nga na, with the consent of the coach, there will be a substitution. During the third game of a match, the teams automatically change playing areas, either one after one team has scored 8 points. And so on after 4 minutes of the ball in play, time has elapsed and the ball becomes dead. So, diri murag decision na ni siya nga ginatawag. Kung sa set A or set B or group A or group B, kung kisa sa ilahang duha ang maka first 8 scores or points, automatically nga mag-change na og position.
Good day everyone, I'm Gala and I'm about to discuss scoring points, winning a set, and winning the match. Any team can score points, serving or receiving team. A team scores a point in the following manner. First, by successful landing the ball on the opponent's courts. So meaning, if I am the one who served, na ako sa serving team, wala nila na-receive tungkol sa kakasog sa akong pag-serve. So, ang score nasa serving team. Second, when the opponent commits fault, kanang sa kanang for example, sila na nag-serve, ang opponent scored, sila na nag-serve. Pag-serve nila, naka-step sila, na-step nila ang line. That is a fault. And then, kada pong na-touch ang net while playing, that is a fault. And then third, when the opponent team receives a penalty. So if ever I am going to serve ako sa serving team, I'm going to serve the ball. Pag serve nako, na-receive nila. And if pag-receive nila, imbis kay katurira nila i-touch ang ball na imong upat. So that is a penalty. And in the case of a tie score, a team first gain 2 points advantage wins the game. The team first winning 2 regular games out of 3 wins the match. Regular match. Kanang 3 set na bitaw niya. Kung kinsa to'y makaunag kadaog sa kibale, nagdula na. And then, sa regular match naman siya, di man siya championship. Kinsa to'y makadaog og ikaduha nga set, mo to siya daog. Ana. And then, the team first winning 3 games out of 5 wins the match. Kung ano siya? Mo na niya ang gitawag nga championship. So, in the case of a tie 2-2, the deciding 5th set is played to 15 points with a minimum lead of 2 points. So, malagi na siya mag-tie sa ikaupat nga set kanang ang duha ka team pareha sila og 2 nga standing. Ang 5th mo na ang 15. Okay, so tayo na maka-15, di mo to siya ang daog. And then the last is, the winning team is the one who first scoring 25 points in a set. Sa set na siya. Like, for example, sa set 1, ang receiving team may nakaunag 25, so sila ang daogan ang set. And that's it. That is the scoring points and winning the match.
Hi everyone, my name is Loyd Estopado from Abel 2A, and I am the one who is assigned to report the serving rules in volleyball. So the first serving rules in the volleyball is the service is the act of putting the ball into play by the back right player placed in the service zone. So kung kinsa nga player ang naa sa service zone or ang back right player nga giatasan nga mag-serve sa bola is siya ang na great chance nga mag-serve sa first serve sa game. So the second one is the first service of the first set. as well as that of the deciding fifth set is executed by the team determined by the toss. So the other sets will be started with the service of that did not serve first in the previous set. So if ang inyuhang game is tamang sa fifth set, so kung kamo ang kibali na iduha ka team A and team B, so ang nadaog sa pag-toss is ang team A, so automatically ang sa second set is ang bola is ang naa sa team B mahatag. So the next one is server must serve from within the serving area and must not touch the lines bounding this area or the floor outside this area at the instant the ball is contacted when hit for the serve. So understandable nga pag wala pa nimo na contacted ang bola or wala pa nimo na hit or na napalo ang bola is you are not allowed nga mag-enter sa area wherein ang imuhang kauban is nag-place. So kung kibali na i-line dito, so dili dapat nimo to siya matamakan. The next one is all players other than the server must be within their playing area and in serving order. So naatay ginatawag nga ang proper position sa by player sa volleyball. So kinahanglan if ang serving area is na dito ang mag-serve, so kinahanglan sa inyuhang nasa sulod is kinahanglan nakaplastar na mo daan. The next one is after the ball is contacted, when hit for the serve, the player can move from the respective position. So kung kibali nahuman na pag-serve or nahuman na pag-hit sa server ang bola is kinahanglan ang iyang mga kagrupo is assign na kung asa ilang posisyon to have a great defensive strategy. So kung wala mo defensive strategy, so easy ra kayo sa kalaban nga maka-score. The next one is if the serving team makes the error, it loses the serve. Understandable nga kung if I will be the one to serve tapos na failed na ko siya pag-serve, so automatically mawad ang taog chance nga maka-score. So and then ang score nga dapat na ako mahatag is to sa kalaban kay na-failed man ako siya pag-serve. The next one is an error by the receiving team gives 1 point to the servers. So kibali if ako na pod ang mag-serve tapos strong or effective ako ang pag-serve, so automatically mahatagan tag points kay ang receiving area or kibali kita ang team A tapos ako ang nag-serve tapos effective akong pag-serve, so ang team B is na-failed nila pag-receive ang bola, so automatically sa amo ang score. So that's all, thank you.
A pleasant morning. I am Jeane Lozada and I am tasked to deliberate the fouls, faults, and penalties when playing volleyball. So, to start with, a team commits a fault by making a playing action contrary to the rules or by violating them in other way. The referees judge the fault and determine the consequences according to the rules. So we all know that we have the prior knowledge when we are playing any kinds of sports. It depends. Examples in basketball, chess, swimming, or even on triathlon. We have rules and regulations that we need to abide. And then when there is a opposing team or a regular team that commits the violation, the person that will judge the fault and determine the consequences according to the rules is called the referee. So the referee will be the one who will judge if it's the opposing team is doing the violation. So if a foul is committed by a serving team, they lose the serve. If a foul is committed by the receiving team, the serving team scores a point. Example: when you're playing volleyball, the opposing team or the other team on the other side is playing the serve, and then the player must go out of the free zone so he could serve or she could serve the ball outside the play. So when it happens that it doesn't reaches the net or the server of the ball will step on the line, it will count as a violation, fouls, faults, or penalties when playing volleyballs. Next is the foul is committed when any of the following occurs. So letter A or number 1, the server steps on the over back line while serving. So again, I was recently explaining that when you are serving before the play, before you serve the ball, you should not step on the line, in the free zone line. It is because it is counted as a violation in playing the court. You have one more example is that you have to wait for the referee's go signal or the whistle, so you or he or she could serve the ball in time, and then also, of course, without violating the rules and regulation of the game. Next one is a player crosses over the center line located under the net. So we have a 4 square corner of a volleyball court, and there's a net on the center side of the game. The player is doing a service, and then they are doing the both sides, or the both opponents and the both parties are doing the rally. When we say rally, is that the ball from the other side is getting passed by the other line of the opposing team. So the violation there is that you have only 3 hits for the one ball, and then a person of your team should not go on the other side while hitting the second ball, or hitting the second hit of the ball, or the third last hit of the ball on the other side of the court of the other opponents. So it will be counted as a violation for playing the game. Another one is a player plays the ball twice in succession. Example, since we have the rules and regulations for the volleyball, in playing volleyball, that we have only 3 hits before we pass it over into the other opponent's side. So a singular person must only hit it once, not hit it twice. An example for that is that an opposing team serves the ball, and then the ball hits your face, and then it rolled over on your hand. It is considered as twice in succession. Why? It is because it is part of the physical touch when playing volleyball. When you hit it in the face and it rolled over in your hand, it is considered as twice in succession. So the next one will be the ball is hit 4 or more times. The ball must be returned over the net in a maximum of 3 hits. As what I have explained recently, that the team must only hit the ball 3 times, not 4 times. And the example that I gave you is that the violation of the the twice succession of hitting the ball in your physical touch. So lastly, a player reaches under the net and interferes with the ball while his opponents are playing it. Another example is that when the opponent's side was playing for the spike, and then your hand reached over the net, not arriving on your side of the court, it will be counted as a penalization or fault or foul for playing the game.
Fouls, faults, and penalties. F. A player playing a back position spikes a ball and alights in front of the 10-foot line. However, a backcourt player can spike the ball in front of the 10-foot line of the ball is below the net level. G. Causing the ball to touch the ground outside the opponent's court or without first passing over the net. H. Catching and throwing the ball.
Another foul is the net foul. When a player touches the upper part or colored white of the net, so it is considered as foul. And then if a team refuses to play after being summoned to do so, it is declared in default and forfeits the match with the result 0-3 for the match and 0-25 for each set.
So, good day everyone. I am Jeanie Perez. My assigned topic is about states of play in volleyball. So, first is ball in play. So, what is ball in play? Ball in play is the ball is in play from the moment of the hit of the service authorized by the first referee. So, pag mag-whistle na ang referee, so ang server ana pagtira sa server, once nga ang bola matirahan na niya, so mulupad na ang bola, so ang tawag ana is ball in play. But pag ball out of play, once ang referee nga mag-whistle na siya, then ang bola is kana mugawa siya sa court or mismo ang server naka-step siya sa line sa court, ang tawag niya ana is ball out of play. So ma-out na ang bola by the server. So what is ball out of play? The ball is out of play at the moment of the fault, which is whistled by one of the referees in the absence of the fault at the moment of the whistle. So kabalo naman ta kung unsa ang mga fault sa sulod sa court. Then ball in. So what is ball in? So ang ball in play lahi na siya. Ball in play, ball out of play, and next is ball in. Ball in lang siya. So makatawag tag ball in once nga ang referee mag-whistle. Then ang bola is i-receive na sa receiver dito sa kabilang team. Then wala nila na-receive ang bola. Then ang bola mo touch siya sa floor but wala siya nagawa sa court. Wala siya nagawa sa line sa court. So matawag pa na siya nga ball in. Naka-in pa ang bola kay wala man siya nagawa sa court. Pero utruhon na po na siya og serve, but ang kato siya nga count nga touch is ang kato siya nga count sa fault is dito sa isa ka team. So dito siya ma-count nga fault kay wala man nila na receive. Pero ang tawag ana niya is ball in pa siya. So once again, pag mag-ana tag ball in play o ball in, lahi na siya. Kay ang ball in play, once nga ang server ilahan ng i-serve na ang bola, so once nga ang bola is naana siya sa air or mulupad na siya, ang tawag ana is ball in play. Ball in play na siya. Pag mag-ana tag ball in, gitirahan to siya sa server but nag-touch siya sa floor or wala siya na-receive sa receiver. Wala siya na-receive sa receiver ba? Then nakuan siya, nakatouch siya sa floor, natagak siya, but wala siya nagawas sa line sa court, wala siya nagawas, nalang siya sa sulod. So, ball in pa siya. So, ball out to be discussed by the next reporter. Thank you.
The ball is out when all parts of the ball which contact the floor are completely outside the boundary lines. It touches an object outside the court, the ceiling, or a person out of play. If it touches the antenna, ropes, post, or the net itself outside the sidebands.
I am Colonel Sacro, and my topic is all about team hits. A hit is any contact with the ball by a player in play. So it's either gibump siya, na volley, or gispike, or more modernly called pass, set, or hit. So the team is entitled to a maximum of 3 hits in addition to blocking for returning the ball. If more are used, the team commits the fault of 4 hits. So number 1, consecutive contacts. A player may not hit the ball 2 times consecutively, except when the ball touched various parts of the body, provided that the contact take place simultaneously. So each team is allowed a maximum of 3 successive contacts of the ball in order to return the ball to the opponent's area. So if mula pa sa 3 hits inyong team, mautong the team will commits the fault of 4 hits. The next one is reaching beyond the net. In blocking, a player may touch the ball beyond the net, provided that he or she does not interfere with the opponent's play before or during the latter's attack hit. After an attack hit, a player is permitted to pass his or her hand beyond the net, provided that the contact has been made within his or her playing space.
So if a player touches the ball or an opponent in opponent's space before or during the opponent's attack hit, the referee places a hand above the net, palm facing downwards.
Team hits. Number 3, penetration under the net. Penetration under the net. It is permitted to penetrate into the opponent's space under the net provided that this does not interfere with the opponent's play. To touch the opponent's court with a foot or feet is permitted, provided that some part of the penetrative foot remains either in contact with or directly above the center line.
Już koniec. Jeszcze się wybronili Rosjanie, ale w górze znów...
Good day everyone. I was assigned to report the execution of the service. First, the ball shall be hit with one hand or any part of the arm after being tossed or released from the hands. So, you really have to release the ball first before being tossed. Second, only one toss or release of the ball is allowed. Dribbling or moving the ball in the hands is permitted. So we are permitted dribbling or moving the ball before we release it. So the third one is the server must hit the ball within 8 seconds after the first referee whistles for the service. Of course, we are permitted only one toss, and when the referee whistles for service, we only have 8 seconds to serve. 4. If a service executed before the referee's whistle is cancelled and repeated. After 8 seconds, then wala pa na-release sa server ang ball, it will be automatically cancelled.
Hello everyone, my name is Sheena Hania, and this is my topic. My topic is all about rally and competitive rally. When we say rally, is the sequence of playing actions from the moment of the service hit by the server until the ball is out of a play. A completed rally is the sequence of playing actions which result in the award of a point. First, if the serving team wins a rally, it scores a point and continues to serve. Second, if the serving team loses, it scores a point for the opposing team and the opposing team serves. For example, ang server team nag-serve sa ball, then out ang ball sa serving team. That's why wala siya score. Mo na siya gitawag na rally. Then second, completed rally, which means the server team served the ball tapos na out sa opposing team ang bola. That's what we call completed rally, since na siya score at least point.
Good day everyone, my name is April Rose Tarle, and I'm going to discuss to you about the referee's official hand signals. So, number 1 of the official hand signal is the authorization to serve, or this is the time where the game starts. Move the hand to indicate direction of the service. Second one is team to serve, other team to serve, or the first serve determined by a volley. Extend the arm to the side of the team that will serve. And the third one is change of court. Change team position to other court, or raise the forearm front of the back and twist them around the body. The fourth one is timeout. Timeout is team discuss their strategy with coach. Each team shall be permitted 1 timeout per game. Place the palm of the one hand over the fingers of the other, held vertically or forming a T, and then indicate the requesting team. The fifth one is the substitution or change player. When one player entered the court as a replacement to another on their team, each team have a total of 12 substitutions. The other one is the misconduct warning, or it is called a yellow card warning. Rude conduct, team member perform incorrect conduct towards the official. Next one is the penalty or rude conduct, team penalized with a loss of 1 rally, and then the official will give a red penalty. This is the penalty card or the red card. Next one is the expulsion, or
the both yellow and the red card can't play a game for the rest of the time and must leave the playing and have a sanction. Next one is the disqualification. Disqualification means is the second expulsion, any attempted or a physical aggression. This is the sign. Show the red and yellow card separately for disqualification. Next is the end of set or this is the time where the game is done. Cross the forearm in front of the chest, hands open. Okay, next one is the ball not toes. Ball not toes means this signal is for when the ball isn't released from the hand at the moment of the service contact or the service doesn't execute the service properly. So, lift the extended arm, the palm of the hand facing upward. Next is the delay in service. Delay in service if the server does not hit the ball within 5 seconds after the referee whistle for a service. Raise 8 fingers, spread open. Just like this. Next one is the blocking fault or the screening. Libero and the background player cannot perform block individually or collectively and the blocker touches the net. Raise both arms vertically and palms forward. Next one is the positional or rotational fault. When server commits to change her position to another, make a circular motion with the forefinger. Next one is the ball in, or should I say enter in the court. Point the arm and finger towards the floor. Next one is the ball out or the outside of the court. Raise the forearm vertically, hands open, palms toward the body. Next one is the catch. Catch, it's illegal to catch and throw the ball. Slowly lift the forearm, palm of the hand facing upward. Next is the double contact. Double contact means when the player touches the ball twice in a row. Raise 2 fingers, spread open. Next one is the 4 hits. Or 4 hits is when the team hits the ball 4 times before pass it to another team. Raise 4 fingers, spread open. Next one is the net touch by the player. Serve ball touch the net between the antennae and does not pass the vertical plane of the net. When player of action causes the player to contact the net during play, whether accidentally or not, it is constitute a fault or net violation. Indicate the relevant side of the net with the corresponding hand. Next one. Attack. Next one is reaching beyond the net, or the blocker may touch the ball beyond the net, does not interfere with the opponent's player. Place a hand above the net, palm facing forward. Next one is reaching beyond the net. Attack his fault. Attack hit fault. Step the line when attacking. In spiking, the player must be inside the front zone or step on the 3-meter line. Make a downward motion with the forearm, hand open. Next is the penetration. Penetration is the act of reaching across and breaking the plane of the net during blocking, or nilapas sa net ang hands or ang iyahang feet. Point to the center line or to the relevant line. Next one is the double fault and replay. Double fault in replay if 2 or more faults are committed by opponents simultaneously. Double fault in rally is replayed. Raise both thumbs vertically. Next one is the ball touch. Ball touch indicates that the ball is out of the bound after contacting a player or 2 players on the same team contact the ball simultaneously. Brush with the palm of one hand the fingers of the other held vertically. Next one is delay warning or delay penalty. It means that delay in service or the first delay by a team in a game is sanctioned with a delay warning. Cover the wrist with a yellow card or warning sign and with a red card or the penalty. Okay. That's all for the referee's official hand signal. Let's move on to the line judges' official flag signals. It is the same with the referee's hand signal. Ball in, point down with flag. Use the flag to point the teams. For second one is ball out. Ball out, raise the flag vertically. This is for the judges. If you can see, he raised his right hand. Next one is ball touch. Same with the referee's official hand signal. Raise flag and touch the top with the palm of the free hand. Just like this. It is called ball touch. Next one is crossing space fault. A ball sent to the opponent's court must cross the net in the crossing space or ball touch outside object or foot fault by any player during the service. So the referee wave the flag over the head and point to the antenna or the respective line. Just like this, raise the flag and point the team or point the line. Last one is the judgment impassable, or it is named with the referee's official hand signals, but you are going to get the flag and cross it. It is also designed to have, it is the end of the match.